Hi everyone! Today we're going to be looking at your feedback that was sent to us. Dina and I will be reading the positive and constructive feedback. I will be starting with the positive feedback. So for the positive feedback, the first comment was that the presentation was well organized and the audience also liked our sense of humor. Some people also mentioned that we have a good tone and that our speech was done at a good pace. Some people also commented about our good transitions between the ideas, and they also liked the effects that we used in the presentation. Some people commented on how they liked the name of our talk show. Finally, they mentioned that our speech was very conversational. We got more and more compliments about our presentation, and I would like to thank you all about your kind words. Now we will be moving on to the constructive feedback, which will be presented by Dina.
As for the constructive feedback, the first comment that was received was that the slides moved too quickly. We used the slides just to clarify at which point we're at so the listeners would not feel lost. As for the second comment, which many people mentioned in their feedback, was our lack of examples. We tried providing as many examples as we could, but we couldn't due to the time constraints. One of the comments mentioned is that we had a monotonous tone. We really appreciate you for telling us this, and we will definitely put this into consideration for our next presentation. Many people also commented that we were very fast-paced. We tried covering all of the main points of the chapter to make it easier for our colleagues to understand everything, but due to the time constraints, it was difficult to slow down the pace. We also got a lot of comments about the sound and the technical issues that we faced when presenting. This was out of our hands and we could not control them. Doing an online presentation is difficult because the video that you make has to be transferred from one program to another, so I think that is why it was affected. However, we do apologize for this inconvenience. Another comment mentioned was that the material covered was a lot and too overwhelming. As I had mentioned earlier, we tried covering all of the points to make sure it is easier for the audience to rely on our presentation as a revision. Moreover, one of the comments mentioned how we did not speak naturally. Thank you for pointing this out, and we will definitely work on this for our next presentation. The last comment of the presentation was that it was not conversational. The talk show was not meant to be conversational, as Jenna was the CEO of Apple, so she had to have a serious tone. So this was almost all of the feedback that we got by everyone. We would like to thank everyone for this constructive feedback, and we will definitely put it into consideration during our next presentation. Thank you so much for listening.